Output, where it goes? Where does it go?
Did you see this? I'm printing minis now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so much fun.
Sorry, we crashed a moment.
Rez says that's better.
Okay, I have video. Better. Let's see if it's got how much of it.
Are we starting over? Yeah, sometimes I can't hear you. I just
no, we aren't. It got it all. Okay.
This is Rez. That's Rez right there. Rez the Warlock with a bow. So, dude, that's not bad, right?
That's awesome. It's amazing.
Yeah, that was 30 minutes. So not too bad. Cool. Yeah, I'm printing D&D minis at work. Hey, it's art. Come on. Yeah.
Okay, let me hit record and we'll continue on.
And dungeon tiles.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Recording is continued. Well, I'll have to splice these together. Yeah, I was saying right before that happened that Anjan gave me a mage deck, and I had not had any wins prior to him giving that to me. And I actually played quite a few matches with that deck.
What rank did you get?
I'm gonna update the number for you in the show notes for you. The second number is it's an 8. It's an 8. And his next number, ready?
I already knew you were at 8.
I know.
You got 2 wins.
I did get 2 wins.
Good job. Yeah. Nice.
So you passed me. You did pass me.
Now what was your rank then? If you got 2 wins, that means you're probably at 19, right?
I'm 20. I mean, I lost as many as I won, and you don't move up rank when you don't do that.
Dude, I got to take something back. So I apologize. That was not Rez. So this is actually my brother. He's a warlock with a bow.
Oh.
This is Rez. He is a mage with a spell book and a short sword. That's a short sword, yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, and there we go. Sorry.
For you people on the podcast, Espo's holding up little miniature figures he's printing.
Oh, yeah. And then this is the beast at the end of the dungeon that we're battling.
Oh, yeah.
It's a giant beaver.
That's right. On a pile of sticks.
That's right. Oh, on a pile of sticks.
So, yes, I am ranked 20.
Yeah. Okay. And you're still ranked 20 because you don't drop below that, right?
Yeah, because I don't play enough to drop below that.
Okay. So. Cool. Okay.
So, yeah, I did play a little bit.
That was our week then.
Yes, and I'm at 1,155 gold. So, 1,155.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You need to.
Yeah.
We need to work on that, dude. We need to put some hacks in place or something. You need to.
Yeah.
Are you finishing your quests every day? Because it doesn't seem like you are. Oh, what? What do you do? Yeah, that's all right, dude. You had mentioned that you were, not playing Hearthstone as much. Yeah. And I can't do it. I have to play Hearthstone. Like this game, I just have too much fun. And I got so much I want to do in the game. Just so much. So much stuff.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Well, I do even have a play with a friend quest ready to go. So.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's what we can do. Let's go through the news and then let's play.
What news? There hadn't been any news. What?
Well, yeah. For the people that just listen to us, this will be news. But if you listen to any other podcast, you've already heard.
Well, see, here's the thing: is even if you've heard it elsewhere, we've given it time to simmer for all the excitement and misinformation to get out of the way. Now we have the solid. Here's what has happened, and a follow-up comments from Mike Dene. So a little bit of extras.
Yeah.
Okay, but before we go into that, let's just get these few little flashes out of the way. By the way, the HCT Winter Finals are over. This was an opportunity that you could choose your your champion for the tournament. And depending on how well they did, you could get at least 1 pack, up to 4 packs, which will be delivered in about 2 weeks, they said, depending on where they ended up. So our finals, if you don't want to know where the finals ended up, you may want to close your ears for just about a minute. That was your warning. Okay. It was Bunny Hopper versus Roger. So Roger Rabbit was in the finals. I thought that was funny. Roger and Rabbit.
That's
Bunny Hopper.
Yeah. That's like a Zeroshio joke.
Yes, it was. Exactly. Right?
Oh, my wingman.
But actually, in the end, Roger overcame. Unfortunately for you.
What? Unfortunately for me.
Don't you only get 3 packs?
Who?
Because he didn't win? Because you picked Bunny Hopper, right?
No, I didn't pick Bunny Hopper. I picked Bloody Face.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You picked Bloody Face.
And he made it to the Worlds. So I get 4 packs, right?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I think you only get a couple. It's based upon where they end up in the tournament. If they,
okay.
You get 1
Yeah.
for the first round. Well, you get 1 free.
Okay.
Then next one for 3rd round, 4th round, 5th round. So if they won,
Well, he made it all the way. So,
but he didn't.
Well, he didn't make it to the final. So I probably got 3 packs.
Okay, if you say so. I work with monkeys.
Yeah. Can't hear a word you're saying.
I work with monkeys.
Stepped on my flying monkey.
Yes.
I plugged in my headphones and all I heard was monkeys. All right, got it. Okay. What did you say? Because I accidentally stepped on my headphone wire and pulled it out.
I said, I work with monkeys. It's like having a monkey in a library or something, and you're just
library.
you're flinging books all over the room.
Yeah. Okay, we got it. All right, so yeah, I bet I got 3 packs because he made it to top 4, which puts him at Worlds. So he'll be going to Taiwan.
Yeah. So speaking of
24th through the 27th, that's when the Worlds are. And so at Worlds there'll be 16 competitors, 4 from each of the, or I'm sorry, 16, 4 from each of the HCT seasonal championships, summer, winter.
No, 12.
Is it 12?
Because it's 4 of the top winners from each of the tournaments, which was summer, winter, fall. So 4 times 3 would be.
Oh,
12.
Okay, all right. I'm not up on the whole competitive scene, so I apologize. I tried to learn, but apparently I failed. But yeah, that's pretty cool. $1 million prize pool. The winner gets $250,000, second place $150,000, and third and fourth share in the $100,000.
And there's also more money all the way down. Everybody gets something. They get minimum $25,000 for participating.
Wow.
Yeah. And
that's really cool.
The mid range, you get $50,000. I just didn't want to list out everything, all the numbers, but yeah, you get minimum $25,000, and the trip to Taiwan to participate in this. So, pretty cool,
dude. That's almost what I make in a year teaching.
That's sad.
Pretty close. It is. Yeah. It's more than half of what I make teaching after 21 years of teaching.
Yeah, you do it for the fun though, right?
Oh, dude, you better believe it. Dude, you can ask Rez. He's been in my classroom. Like, it is a blast. It's a lot of fun.
Now, let me back up a moment real quick about the winter tournament championship. Seeing a lot of conversation about this. So I just want to throw it out there that you do realize that Roger is one of the ones that was caught cheating in a tournament prior this year or the season, and he ended up winning the whole thing, and he's a cheater. So
I can't help but think of the song by Jane's Addiction, "Been Caught Cheating" once when I was 5.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's been cut. Stealing. Never mind.
Okay. So it's just hopefully this means he's redeemed himself. He's no longer participating that way, and he's trying to do good, and it's a step in the right direction. Or it looks really bad on the esports scene. But like you said, we're not much into that. We don't watch every little bit of it, so I don't know exactly. But it seems a little negative to have him in the winning seat when he was previously.
Is he from New England?
No, that's different, Roger.
You see where I'm going?
Oh, I totally do. Yeah, he did not deflate
Cheaters,
any cards.
Cheaters winning. Yeah.
He did not deflate any cards.
Or did he get all the other players' playbooks and read them before the game and know exactly what they were going to play when they were going to play it?
I don't know.
Because I heard of that happening too.
Yeah.
I don't even follow American football, and I know this stuff. Cheaters always win.
We should probably move on.
Let's move on because that makes me upset.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, so after all that, the most important stuff is Year of the Dragon. That is the coming season for 2019. The theme overarching the entire year. Last year was Year of the Mammoth. We're going to say goodbye to Year of the Mammoth. We'll talk about that here in a moment, how that's happening.
You were close, though. You were close.
What?
Last year was the Year of the Mammoth. This year is Year of the Raven. And that now next year, or the year coming, will be,
Okay. Well, no.
I think.
No.
Okay, I'm wrong.
I don't know anymore.
Right.
Because it is Year of the Raven. So why did they? Why are we having? Oh, I'm so confused. Why are we having a special Tavern Brawl Year of the Mammoth where the only cards are cards from that expansion?
Because those are the cards that are going to be going to Wild.
Oh, okay, I get it now. Yeah, sorry, I apologize.
It's okay.
I'm with you now.
Yeah.
That's right. So the rotation's happening, which is the cards from the previous year, not the last year. Are rotating out.
It's so these are the last remnants of the Year of the Mammoth.
Yes.
Because there's, the Year of the Mammoth had two, let me see, 1, 2, 3, like 6 sets in it, right? And now the second round, anyway. So we've seen the Year of the Mammoth come and go. We've seen the Year of the Raven come, and it's about to go. And then we'll introduce the Year of the Dragon. And really cool stuff. Now, they had talked about with the Year of the Dragon, they're going to have, they teased the screenshot of the 3 sets to come, which is really cool because we kind of, last year at this time, we were like, oh man, I see like there's some troll teeth on the, insignia. It looks like some kind of void, like Nexus kind of situation going on. So we can kind of, look at that again and try to guess what each expansion is going to be. Except this time, I think there's going to be an overlying theme, and they're all going to connect at the end. Is that what they had mentioned?
Yes,
like it's going to connect a lot better than it did before. Yeah. So pretty cool. I'm super stoked. And we're also seeing a lot of cards go to the Hall of Fame this year.
Yeah, but let me just real quick pause a moment because you mentioned the image, and I'm bringing it up on screen.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you have the image close by that you can look at it for Year of the Dragon?
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on what we got here? Any hints or thoughts from what the imagery shows us?
Let's see. So we're looking.
The first one, expansion 1, I get a vibe for from World of Warcraft. The second expansion, the area that has all the glowy stuff around it. That's where one of those raids is at, where you can fight. What's his name? You get the Raven, the flame Raven, the mount. Oh, what is his name?
Hold on.
I'm
Let
floundering
me,
here.
so I tried to look at the image on Twitch and it's not showing on Twitch. So I'm going to search for it elsewhere.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you were, oh, there it is. All right. I got it. Yeah. It came right up under my search.
The Burning Crusade. And the zone I'm thinking of is what? Medivh? No, it's not Medivh. Squishy Dragon's trying to help.
Nice. I love it. I love it.
Oh my goodness. I hate doing this when I can't really think. I should never go off the cuff and do stuff like this.
It's almost a little bit more difficult because with these images, we're only getting like little crystals kind
Right.
of,
Yep.
and they're all similar. They're just different colors and they have kind of different runes inside. Whereas last time they were almost banners and they had definitely different things going on, a lot going on.
Okay, I got it.
Not really a
Nether
lot going
Storm. I feel the Nether Storm vibe here.
on. Okay.
With
All right.
Kael'thas, Sunstrider,
Yeah.
and Tempest Keep.
Okay, I can see
Maybe.
that.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a
I
lot
can
of
see
things,
that.
but I know
with the first expansion, yeah.
Yeah. So, what if this is a walk through history of World of Warcraft, and the second one is another expansion, maybe Pandaria expansion,
Could be.
and then the third one is Cataclysm, because look at the rending, the claw marks under the word expansion, 3,
Yeah.
and
then
the
you
flame,
got like the little tooth.
Yep. So maybe that's what we're doing this year is we're going through the World of Warcraft lifespan here, starting with Burning Crusade, moving to Pandaria, because I think this is getting I'm feeling a vibe here, because did you look at the images that were in the single player adventure, the solo adventure piece?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I posted that on Twitter.
Yeah, and there's
tweeted
the
about it.
characters list showing down here in the bottom corner where you did choose your hero.
Mm-hmm.
And in that, there's a Pandaren as one of your hero options.
Yep.
I like the fox too, by the way. That fox is awesome. So I'm thinking that's what my thoughts are. What are your thoughts?
I would agree. I don't know about the third one or the second one. So you say Pandaria.
Well, that's actually, and if you look at that on the solo adventure content, they have a map in the background too.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on.
There's things hidden all throughout this stuff.
If you guys are listening and you're wondering what we're talking about, just search up Year of the Dragon solo adventure content, and it'll bring up an image, and it has, and I'll just go through the list that's on it. Anomaly mode, heroic mode, tavern encounters, 9 new henchman heroes, 27 hero powers, 36 starting decks, 5 chapters, 75 bosses. You can track your victories, pause mid game. Zayla Shadow Cloak.
Zale.
Okay. 15 card packs, 1 golden classic pack. These are just examples of some things that you will acquire when going through the solo, or some things that you will come across and acquire going through the solo content in the Year of the Dragon. And this may be just with the first expansion. We don't know. I mean, there may be triple this going on. But in the image, there is so much to grab from it. There's a lot going on. Like Fastidious said, I see a warrior hero that's a panda.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. There's a lot of cool stuff going on.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to distract.
Super excited. Yeah,
I was just
you're
kind
fine.
of digging into that a little bit and just thinking, oh, that looks kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Anyways, there's a lot of things that they talked about with the Year of the Dragon, and we're going to step through these things. One of the biggest pieces that they first mentioned is that there are going to be 9 cards being sent to Hall of Fame, And at the
Mm-hmm.
beginning of a season, they change over. They typically look to see, is there anything that is in the existing card selection that is not rotating out that may cause problems with future expansions in the next year? Because they already know that they have an idea of what they're going to already have coming in that direction. So,
Yeah.
what are they having problems with? So, what they what's happening in the meta currently that they need to calm down and tame out a little bit better and get a better grapple on. So, they've actually done that, and they've actually decided to take 9 cards and move them into what they call the Hall of Fame, which means they're rotating out at the same time, and they're no longer going to be part of this expansion or the available standard cards. So, very interesting selection because a lot of these, well, the very first 2, their main pieces are a big piece to the odd and even decks, which make and break a lot of different things. More break than anything I can see in the future. So that would be Baku the Moon Eater and Gen Greymane.
Yeah. Yeah. So those are our odd and even deck builder cards. So you put these in your deck, and if you have all even cards or if you have all odd cards, they do certain things.
Yeah, so those are some pretty big changes there. The
Mm-hmm.
next few we have there going out, there's some reasons for these that they gave. Is first one I want to talk about is Druid Naturalize. That one Mike Dene actually mentioned specifically. He said Druids are more about mana creation, not removal. So that's a reason Naturalize was moved out. Any thoughts on that one leaving?
Not really. Naturalize caused a lot of problems with your, or not a lot of problems, but it was frustrating because it would make OTK decks work a lot easier. Um, Only being 1 mana, and it didn't matter if your opponent drew cards. That was
Right.
supposed to be a downside, but when you're doing an OTK deck and naturalizes, you're using that on that turn, then I mean it doesn't matter if
I
your
mean, it's a one
opponent draws
cost
cards or not.
card that destroys a minion. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Any minion, your
yeah,
own, and that's the way it was used mostly, was on your own minions. You'd play like a Mechathune when you don't have any cards in your hand or your deck, and boom, they're dead.
yeah,
And there was a lot of other ways to play it too. So I can see this, obviously still in wild. So if you want to enjoy the naturalize, you still can.
sure.
I mean, so yeah.
The next one they're pulling out is Doomguard. This is from Warlock, and that's a 5 mana 5/7 demon that charge battle cry, discard 2 random cards. Yeah, that is a pretty powerful card, and as much as it's a part of an identity for Warlock, it's the way they said is they want to acknowledge and embrace the class's weakness when they lose control of the board. So
Mm-hmm.
they want to limit the amount of damage a Warlock can deal from their hand. So this one since it's a really powerful charge minion, they're decided that it's time for to shift it out.
Yeah. Doomguard's powerful. You've got cube lock, where you can cube your Doomguard, and then later on he comes back. You've got Gul'dan, which also brings back your demons, and then of course Doomguard has charge, so he's a 5/7 with charge. Um, Also, you have a lot of cards that summon demons from your hand, summon demons from your deck, and it just makes it hard to deal with when those Doomguards are just flying out for free
Right.
without any penalty. So I enjoyed playing it, but I could see where in the future that might cause problems, and it might limit the creativity of cards in the future because it's a powerful card, you know.
Well, the next one up is the Divine Favor. Divine Favor is a paladin card, 3 mana to draw cards until you have as many in your hand as your opponent. And the one note on this one is they said that this is one of those cards that is very cost effective, one of the most cost effective cards in the game for drawing cards,
Mm-hmm.
but they need to provide a better control over the power level of future aggressive paladin decks.
Yeah,
So
so what would happen is you could empty your hand with all these minions, to low cost minions that actually, you can buff later on. Um, or, you just empty your hand, and then the game has slowed down where there's not as many aggressive decks out there. So your opponent, probably running one of those slower decks, has a handful of cards. You play Divine Favor, and boom, your hand is filled back up.
yeah. Now all the other cards after that are cards that were complementary to the even odd mechanic that we have with Baku and Gen. So Gloomstag, Black Cat, Glitter Moth, and Spark Eel are all rotating also. So
Yeah, I played with Black Cat and Merc Spark Eel a lot lately. Black Cat giving you card draw and spell power. Merc Spark Eel giving you that, decent size, low cost minion that also does 2 damage when it
yeah,
enters the battlefield. So
so those are the reasons they're leaving as well.
yeah,
Yeah, and then they talked about the new single player content. So in the past, single player content has actually evolved quite a few times as it's come through. Originally, way back in Naxxramas, you had your wings that you opened up wing by wing, unlocking cards along the way, and it was part of the reveal process to the cards for that expansion. Then it evolved later on to um, more of a hey, now that you've got the expansion, here's a fun way to play the expansion, doing dungeon runs and other types of uh, versions of those. So they've evolved it a little bit further. And now what they're doing is it's actually going to break it loose again from the expansion, and it's going to come out about a month after the next expansion launches, and it's going to be separate entity. And there's going to be 5 chapters that you work through, and they're going to come out over a period of time, so you won't get them all 5 at one time. And the first one's going to be free to kind of give you an idea of how it works. And then if it's something that you're excited about and you like playing and you want to continue playing, then you can purchase another chapter for 700 gold in game cash, or you can purchase the whole thing for $20 total, real money. Up to you how you want to do it. And then each chapter comes with 2 all new characters to play, each with 3 hero powers, which is interesting, and 4 starting decks to unlock. Now, it sounds like from what the descriptions are, it sounds like the cards that you're gonna have in that one are gonna be for that adventure. It's not gonna be cards that will translate over into the real game to play with. They may or may not. But the thing is, you're not gonna be unlocking cards in that adventure that will be cards you use in ladder play. They will remain in that area. And I think this is kind of a good thing because in the past, like for example, Naxxramas, you had to play through all the wings in order to get all the cards. If there's a card
yeah,
you really wanted, you had to go down that last wing of the Naxxramas expansion to get that card that's going to be important and vital for you to build that deck that you want to build. So many players felt they were forced to play these events even if they didn't like them. And so this gives you the option that if you enjoy doing this, you can do this on your own. Go do what you ever like, but you don't have to. You're not compelled to do that. However, if you complete each chapter, you do get 3 card packs from the new expansion. And if you complete all 5 chapters, you get a card back, and a golden classic pack for completing it. So there are some rewards for you to complete the expansion, but it doesn't affect the cards you get specifically. So this will be fun. I'm looking forward to this part of it.
oh yeah,
And one thing I did notice in the reveal, they said it will be revealed this will be opened up in May, excuse me. Which, if this says a reveal, it's going to launch about a month after expansion. If you give it a literal month, then we're talking about 1st of April that we'll be seeing the actual expansion release, which makes sense considering that they have a brawl that we're going to be able to play that will be available, or actually just logging into the game between March 25th and April 2nd. You'll get 1 pack from the Journey to Ungoro, Knights of the Frozen Throne, and Kobolds and Catacombs expansions. So April 2nd sounds like a good time for maybe a release So maybe the second or the fourth, or because that sounds like it's bumping up against each other.
I say they do it on the first, and then say April Fools.
It'll actually be the second.
Maybe.
That might be true. That might be something they could do. Okay, so there you go with a single player experience. That's another big piece. They've also been doing arena rotations where they're rotating out different different expansions to kind of mix things up in the arena. And now, when the new expansion comes out, they're going to rotate out several. What's going to be involved in the arena draft pool will be the basic cards, classic cards, then Curse of Naxxramas, Whispers of the Old Gods, Mean Streets of Gadgetzan, the Witchwood, and the first expansion set that comes out, whatever that's going to be. Netherstorm. So yeah, I don't play a lot of arena. One thing too with arenas though is your games that you play in arena will now count towards the total win count of your hero. That's good
Towards
for the
your golden hero.
Towards your golden hero, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good for those who like to play arena and just haven't gotten their golden heroes because they're so busy playing arena.
Yep.
I wish I could do better in arena to be able to play that because I actually enjoy that mode. But
Rez and I were just talking about that the other day. How
bad I am.
Yeah. We were talking about how bad you are. We were talking about maybe getting into arena and trying to better ourselves in arena. Could happen.
Well, also they mentioned the Fireside Gatherings. If you haven't attended one, go to firesidegatherings.com to go see what there are any near your area. But what they have been doing recently is they've been doing pre-release parties of all sizes where you can actually go there and open your packs ahead of time and play with them at the party. And they're going to continue doing that for all of this year's expansions. So if you want to do that, it's a great way to do that. The cool thing is that even if you want to have a small get-together at your own place or with your friends, you can go to that website, register, and be able to do that, and actually get the perks from attending a Fireside Gathering for your small gathering too. So that's kind of a neat idea, an option for you.
Yeah, Rez and I did that last time, and it was really cool. You got to open up your packs, and then you got to play in all the expansions, pre-release expansion specific brawls.
It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And the last few things, this one I don't understand. Did that make sense to me? Because I would probably never do this, but re-rolling legendary quests. You can now re-roll legendary quests, and it will consume your re-roll for the day.
There's a lot of people out there, like the free-to-play people or the very new players that are like, wow, I'll never be able to finish this quest because I do not play enough. There was a quest a while ago that was to get Valera, I think that's the hero. To get whatever the alternate rogue hero was, I can't remember. But to get her, you had to get so many wins. Maiev. To get Maiev, you had to actually win so many matches at the beginning of the Year of the Mammoth. And there were a lot of people that were like, wow, I don't care to get this, I just want to re-roll it so I can get one that'll actually get me something that I want. So you can now re-roll those legendary quests that you couldn't re-roll before.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Maiev, you needed to get let's see. It's unavailable to new players. 10 games in standard format.
Yeah, so you had to win 10 games in standard. And a lot of people were like, wow, that's just taking up a spot because I'll never do that.
Interesting. Well, because I'm looking at going, the quest that they show in the example video on the release was the quest you clear out was one that wasn't very difficult to get, but it gave you a pack. I'm like, that's a free pack. Why would you? And instead you got a 50 gold quest in return. I'm like, I'd rather have the pack than the 50 gold at that point. So,
yeah.
Oh well. Okay. Also, really cool feature that I'm glad they're doing finally is random card backs. there's a new option available for random card packs. And what you do is when you select that in your card back selections, every game you play, it will pick a new random card back that you already own and use that as your card back in that game. It's very cool. A good way to show off your collection, because otherwise
Yeah.
you tend to stick with one and never really see the other ones.
Yep.
And finally, smarter deck building. So the deck helper suggestion tool. So when you're building a deck and you forget to put 3 cards in it, or you don't have 3 cards from a recipe, it comes up and makes suggestions on what would be good replacements for those cards in your deck. And it's lousy right now. It suggests things that are just okay, fine, it's okay, but it's not, it really doesn't make sense completely. It doesn't fit with the theme of your deck. It doesn't have the same
The cards don't
characteristics.
synergize. They
Yeah.
don't. Yeah.
So what they're doing is, what they say is they're sending it back to school, and they're going to give us new details in the future, but they're going to be getting an upgrade to that to allow it to do a much more conscientious selection options for you to choose from. So be really cool to see that. And and if you log into the game between March 25th, like we said, to April 2nd, you'll get 1 pack from those 3 expansions leaving in Mammoth, Year of the Mammoth. And a special tavern brawl will be happening Year of the Mammoth, where only cards from those 3 expansions are allowed. And that will be coming up soon. And there was a conversation with Mike Denade where he answered some questions about the upcoming changes. One of the things he did mention is they did talk about removing Malagos, like they do every year in every expansion. When they rotate this out, they decided again against it this year. And they also considered Mind Blast's OTK potential as a problem, but that problem is reduced by the rotation of Shadow Visions, so they're okay with it and staying in there for now. However, they are keeping an eye on it as a potential problem.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So there we go. That is all they talked about and announced at this moment.
Yeah. All right.
Did you hear anything else? Anything more?
I have not. I didn't even hear the Mike Dene thing, so congrats on that.
Yeah. Okay.
Good deal.
Well, they did say about Doomguard coming out. He did say that it has a powerful impact, and quote, they can replace it later with another card.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All these cards that are leaving, it doesn't necessarily mean that those functionalities or those ideas are going away permanently. It may be that they have another card that has a little new twist on that same type of idea that they want to put in place, that if they do have the 2 cards, then it makes it overpowered, because then you have 4 cards you can put in your deck that pushes things over the edge. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see what happens. Lots of neat stuff, especially with the Netherstorm expansion. That is awesome.
Dude, I hope it happens. That would be really cool.
And I want my Alei, or what's the name of the mount? I've been trying to get that mount for a long time. The Netherhawk.
Oh yeah, Rez got that one time.
Oh man,
actually, we were in there farming, and I'm like, Rez, take it, just take it.
Yeah. I've farmed that place many times, trying to get that mount, and haven't yet. So I need to go back. Maybe I'll get lucky. Since they're going to come out with the Netherstorm in this expansion with Hearthstone, maybe it's going to drop for me.
Okay, you called it.
Okay. Well, anything else on your end? I think that's about it.
Oh no, it's a Monday night, so
Okay.
definitely different from a Thursday night.
Yeah, definitely.
My Mondays are jam packed, so I'm pretty much wiped out. But I definitely glad we got this in, because I wanted to talk about some Hearthstone.
Cool.
The thing I'm super excited about, if I could say anything I'm really, really overly excited about, is the PvE content.
Yeah.
But I will say this. I was actually looking forward to them maybe announcing some new, and maybe they're just holding back, some new raid style co-op PvE, where you and a friend could go up against, or you and a couple friends could go up against a master deck in some PvE raid
You mean
style
kind of like
stuff.
a dungeon run with friends?
That would be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
That would be sweet. I think they can do it, but I think they're limited because of the mobile. I think mobile is where they're really limited. I think they can do it. Let's let's do it, guys. Come on, make it happen.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
But I am excited for the PvE stuff.
Cool. Well, okay then. We'll be back to our regular scheduled time this week and have some more conversations about that. And I do want to thank again our legendary patrons, Deadpool and Chris Vandiken. We appreciate your support. And if you guys have any other thoughts you want to send to us, what are your thoughts on what the next expansions are going to be? After Netherstorm, what do you think is coming after that? Is it Pandaria? Is it Cataclysm? Am I totally off base? Let us know.
Man. I'm on board with you. I think you're pretty close.
And Anjan did mention also in chat just now that make sure you have copies of the cards going into the Hall of Fame. So the cards that you have that are going into Hall of Fame, you can dust them for full value. And what that means is that you turn them into dust, you get the full value back, and then you can craft them if you choose, if you want to. If you're never going to play them, you don't have to necessarily craft them. And that's just free dust. But if you are going to play them at some point, recraft the ones that you need. And it's really cool to get that extra bonus dust. So don't forget that. So yeah, invest your dust for later.
Cool.
Okay then. Well, thanks again, guys, for hanging out with us, and we will chat with you later on.
Yeah, good job, team.
Cool.
All right, we should play that friendly match, dude.
Okay, let's do that real quick.
We can stream it, right?
Yep, we can.
On the Twitch.
I'll just leave it running.
Yeah. All right, you can challenge me to a wild or standard. It's up to you. Some wild stuff going on if you want to try.
In fact, I will crank out the deck Anjan loaned me. Oh, Anjan, I had to make a tweak to it because I didn't have one of the cards.
All right, I'm gonna take a seat.
Please do.
I've been Mondays, dude. It's crazy how Thursday you'd think all week long, but actually as the week goes on I get more energy. Mondays are tough. I guess they're tough for everybody though, right? I shouldn't complain. All right. We doing this?
Yeah, I'm just back in the game.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Let me find. Who's this? Espo. Right. Friendly challenge.
All right, let's see here. Yeah, I don't think they'll do tournament mode. There's no need for it. I mean, they're going to put development into something that they don't really need. Unfortunately, I know a lot of people want it, but there's no real need for it because it's already in place in other places. Let's see. Oh, standard. Okay. Let me see what I got for standard. All right. Since you're playing your mage deck, I'll play mine.
Corralling Murlocs.
Are you playing Murlocs?
No, I'm saying the little messages across the front.
I'm excited to see this mage deck you got going on.
We'll see if I can guide it to Anjan's approval, but I had to replace one of the legendary minions with one of my own.
Okay. You'll have to let me know when you play that, so I'll try to guess what legendary you replaced it with. Did you replace it with a legendary?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so you replaced it with Uncle Tony.
No.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It probably wasn't the best choice either.
So, trying to think what you would have replaced it with.
But you don't even know what it was.
Yeah, I don't. I think you replaced it with Baron Geddon.
Yeah, that's who I replaced it with.
Yeah. You put Baron Geddon in there. You know you got to play cards, right?
Yeah, I do. Occasionally.
just making sure you know that in this game you probably want to play cards. There, dude, Golden. What? What's Golden? What in the world is that? Who plays Golden cards?
It's my mage. What do you think it's going to be? Golden. Of course it's going to be golden.
You're going to be golden soon. You're at 385. 115 more wins, dude. Crank them out. Do you know your win rate with this deck?
No.
Gotcha. There he is, Bonfire, right? The Bonfire.
Notice he's golden.
I see that. Is your whole deck golden?
Well, I'm really trolling you. I'm actually playing a Wilford
Fizzlebang.
Fizzlebang.
What?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, are you?
No.
Are you doing it?
No.
You playing the Wilford Fizzlebang? Well, wow. Okay. That
missed.
Yeah, that was interesting. That was definitely interesting. Okay. I see what you did there.
It was a little deflection.
Oh, there he is. Dude, Glacial Shard is like one of my favorite cards. Love that guy. Love him. Oh, you got the 5 mana, dude. What do you got? Another bone. Oh, Ziliax. What? Ziliax. What is going on with the Ziliax? He is so silly.
Silly Zilly.
That's right. All the spells.
Right.
All the spells. I'm like Rez when we play D&D. Except that Rez decided to put his quarterstaff away and bare his teeth. That was awesome. I love that. That was so awesome. That was good stuff.
Golden.
Oh, he bared his golden teeth?
No. Golden Blaze Collar.
Oh, I've ignored your golden cards. I'm sorry. I have definitely started to just ignore your golden cards.
Isn't it funny that every minion I played so far, except for Ziliax, is golden?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right. I got to beat you on this turn because you're going to play Jaina on turn 9. Frost Lich Jaina.
Oh.
And then I'll be done. So.
Oh. Do I?
Uh-oh, what is it? 8 mana. Ragnaros. Ooh. What? I love it. Sindragosa.
That's the one I replaced a minion with.
Sindragosa. Okay, so you were supposed to have
something else.
Yeah, well, obviously, yeah. You were supposed to have something else, but you played that. Now, does that put them in your hand? Okay, it puts them in your hand. What to do? Well, let's try this. Because I got that pyroblast in my hand, so I could pyroblast you, but you might heal up. So we'll see. We'll see. There she is. Okay.
Engine's like, oh no, what's a dragon doing in there?
You had to do it, right?
Oh yeah.
Had to do the dragon. Yeah. See, now you got me. I got nothing. I got nothing.
No, I don't have a Mojo Master. I'm not even.
What? Mojo Master Zihi? What? So what do? You play Mojo?
No, it wasn't
Play
that.
Frost Lich?
It wasn't that card.
Oh, it wasn't. Okay.
I do have Mojo Master. I'm saying that I don't have a different card that I had to remove.
Jeez, what am I gonna do? Yeah, see, that's I can't beat you now because you got Jaina. There's nothing I can do. Yeah, GG. That's it. That's it, because you're just healing up now. And I can't really play anything. Ah. Yeah. That stinks. Leroy. I can play Leroy. Leroy Jenkins.
Leroy.
So you replaced a legendary minion with Sindragosa.
Yes.
But why is Anjin asking you about Mojo Master? Was Mojo Master in his deck?
In the original deck, yes. Mojo Master is in this deck.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you would play that after you play Frost Lich to kind of even the playing field.
You mean like that?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. That makes it kind of tough.
The card I ended up replacing was the Lich King.
Why would you not put the Lich King in now?
Because I don't have it.
How do you not? Dude, the Lich King was a free card.
No kidding.
Oh, okay. You do have Lich King.
Yeah, right. For some reason, I didn't put him in there. I thought I'd do something different.
Yeah.
Make it my own.
Yeah, I got you. So you took Lich King out and put Sindragosa in. And I kind of like Sindragosa because you can ping the Frozen Champion where it gives you something to ping.
He says, now you Mojo Master. He's a little delayed.
Nothing. I got nothing. Yeah, once Frost Lich Jaina comes out, it's over.
Okay, I'll put you out of your misery.
Yes, you got it.
So not a bad deck.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
Does that count as a win?
I'm just wondering why you only got 2 wins with it. But how'd you lose so much?
Oh, I got overwhelmed the first game.
I got you.
And it was sad. I mean, it was crazy, the game I had with him. He was all over me.
I gotcha. Yeah, I've been killing it with the wins, just getting all kind of wins.
Yeah, I don't have the Lich King.
Well, how do you not have it, dude? It's a free card.
How do you get it?
You beat
Uh-huh.
the Frozen Throne.
Uh-huh.
You just go through the Ice Crown.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So you haven't beat the Lich King in the Frozen Throne yet.
Uh-uh.
What? Dude, are you serious?
Uh-huh.
What? I don't know. I'm so confused.
So if I go in here into solo adventures, and then I go down here to the Frozen Throne, and I go to Ice Crown Citadel.
Yeah. What level are you on?
And I choose. I have beat all of them except for the Frozen Throne.
How have you not beat him? Dude, he's not that hard.
He cheats.
Dude, oh my gosh. Do I need to log into your account and get you the Oh my gosh. You drive me crazy.
Yeah. I might be able to beat it now. It's been a while since I've tried it.
So when I'm looking at the only two things I haven't beat yet, I've got 2 more puzzles in the puzzle lab, and I have well, this is a long one. I have 8 more classes with Rosticon's Rumble.
Okay, Rosticon's Rumble. I have it's
I've only beat it with Druid so far.
How do I tell what I've done? Can we not see that?
Well, you just memory. You do it through memory.
Well, that's dumb.
Yeah.
Well, Puzzle Lab, I've got 14 complete. I think it says 14 next to it.
So that means you need to complete 14 more, I think. What was not engine? What was?
You get Arthas, not the Lich King.
Oh, so how do you get the Lich King?
It's crafting it.
What? You have to craft it? Really? Oh, maybe that's why you don't have it then. So I must have crafted it then.
Or you got it. You might have opened it.
Let me see.
Yeah, Andrew just posted his updated list in chat. Yes, I am pathetic. Thanks, Russ.
Huh. Interesting. So there's 2 chests that you get when you beat the Lich King on top of the Frozen Throne. I thought that one was the Lich King and one was Arthas. Maybe one is the card back and the other one is Arthas. I guess you have to craft the Lich King card. Interesting. Well, you have enough dust, dude. It's an awesome card. Like, the Lich King is awesome. I love that.
Well, that's the thing is I've played with him many times, but that's because he came in, with a whiz-bang and...
So I'm looking, I don't think there's a way for you to look at what you've done in... I mean, you can see how many runs you've completed, but not with what class. I know I've beat it with Druid, but that's the only one I've beat it with. So I still have 8 more runs to go. And I mean, if I really wanted to get down to it, I'd have to beat 20...
Okay, now, so Angela's going to hate me now is because I don't have the Black Knight either.
You open it in packs or craft. Okay. Yeah, so it is one of the... It's just
and
regular.
It sounds like you can get it through the arena, too. As an arena reward.
Oh, okay. But yeah, he never crafted it.
No.
He's going to make... Actually, if you made a golden one, then you'd get golden cards. But yeah, so I still have 2 more projects in the Boomsday, and I still have 8 more Rumble runs to do if I want to really get down to it. Because I've only beat the Rumble run with Druid. So, but everything else I've done. I got my monster hunt, my dungeon run, I've beat Heroic and Karazhan, beat Heroic and League of Explorers. Same with Blackrock Mountain and Naxxramas.
Yeah.
And Frozen Throne.
Yeah, I haven't done that.
Well, Frozen Throne. So I beat the Lich King with each class. I think that's what got me the Arthas, maybe, or the card back. I can't remember.
Yeah, Karazhan, I've not completed Heroic.
What?
Yeah, I've only got one done in Heroic.
Oh my god, dude, you got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, but I get distracted
by Minecraft.
Hey, I did complete the Heroic in League of Explorers.
Good job. All right, dude. Well, I gotta go to bed. I'm like dying here.
I have not completed Blackrock Mountain Heroic.
I don't want to talk.
And I have not completed Naxxramas Heroic either.
You were depressing me.
Heroic's hard, but
Dude, not
Naxxramas, I've got it all done except for Kel'Thuzad. So, yeah, I should go back and finish some of those.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I did them right. I remember. I think it was like a couple hours after I finished